Previously on To the Horizon Sailing.
This is a Delta crawfish.
We just got boarded by a police boat. Beautiful sunset, food on the grill, life is good. A huge thanks to our amazing patrons. You keep the wind in our sails. The time has come to pick up our spot here at beloved Three River Reach and head up to the Georgiana Slough, go explore a little more. Jack's got the engine on, so we're gonna take our bow line off the tree that we anchored to, and then we'll back up and we'll pull in our stern line and we'll pick up our stern hook and head on our way. The shallowest section of water that we've been through so far. We got stuck just over there last time we came. It's definitely shallow and very grassy and weedy on like both sides of this channel. So we're trying to really line it up nice because it's definitely a weird shape. It kind of sticks out right into the turn. So there's only a narrow little section that we can actually make it with our deep draft. Oh yeah, you can see the grasses there. Definitely shallow. All right, this is the entrance to the Sacramento River. Don't really know if I'm saying that right. We are headed to Willow Berm Marina to pump out, and then we'll be heading up to Georgiana Slough. And we'll be hailing our first bridge of the trip.
So this is a 42-foot sailing vessel heading upstream, requesting opening, please.
Yeah, roger that. Call me quick.
Thank you very much. Over.
All right, first bridge hailing. Woo! Kitty, are you stoked? Where'd she go? Oh, she keeps hiding in the shade. She's like, whatever. All right, traffic is stopped for us. We just went under Sacramento River Bridge, and here we are taking this turn up to Georgiana Slough, that away. It's pretty crazy. It's really narrow, but it's about 20 to 30 feet deep all in here. Lots of covered slips at Oxbow Marina. And then there's kind of like a little mini neighborhood with docks in front. Every twist and turn on Georgiana Slough felt like we were slipping further and further back in time. By noon, we had just passed Tyler Island Bridge, and it was time to cool off in the river. All right, quick jump in just after Tyler Island Bridge. Here goes Jack in the water. Woo. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels good.
Okay, my turn.
Your turn.
We anchored bow and stern parallel with the river in a tiny bend just before the town of Walnut Grove. We tied a midships line to a tree on shore to keep us out of the way of traffic. Okay, I'm getting in. It's freaking hot. 1, 2, 3. Bye, Gemini! Where are we headed?
To find some pizzas.
Pizza in
Walnut Grove. Walnut Grove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walnut Grove has a convenient public dock where we parked the dinghy, excited for pizza and an opportunity to stretch our legs on shore. It was still a little early for dinner, so we walked to the neighboring town of Locke. The historic town of Locke began as a gathering place for Walnut Grove residents. The main street lined with saloons and gambling houses. Its visitors were mainly workers from the rail yard, fruit packing plants, and canneries in the surrounding area. After a big fire destroyed Walnut Grove's Chinatown, many residents found new homes in Locke, transforming the town into a predominantly Chinese neighborhood. Walking down Main Street, we couldn't help but let our minds run wild with stories. All right, we've got provisions. We're ready to head back to the boat. We've got all we need. Pizza
Chicken wings, pizza,
and ice cream. It's gonna be great. We spent a quiet morning sipping coffee before heading on our way, as our vacation was slowly coming to an end. Georgiana Slough has been a pretty nice anchorage. Definitely more current and a lot deeper than the Three River Reach anchorage. There's definitely a road right there with quite a bit of traffic. Lots of big trucks and like farm equipment and stuff, so it is a little bit noisy. But you know, we only stayed one day, so it wasn't too bad, and it was nice to try something different and test out different anchoring methods as well. So good job, honey.
It's like we've done that before.
Only once. No, that was much smoother.
Yeah.
We did the line on the tree first, pulled that one in, then released at the bow anchor, and then reversed a little bit as we pulled in on our stern hook. And then once we had that up, we just went up on the bow anchor, and then we were able to take that out and get on our way. That was pretty smooth, I would say.
Morning, we're headed northbound, requesting a bridge opening, please.
Okay, I'll just join the opening and fill in those seats. Georgiana clear.
Upriver, not north.
Another bridge. What do you think, kitty? She's uninterested. So we just hailed the bridge tender on Channel 9, going under Georgiana Slough Bridge. Thank you. Have a great sail.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice. All right, we are arriving to Walnut Grove. We just went under the Georgiana Slough Bridge. It's still closing behind us. And we are going to turn left up here. A lot cooler than it's been the last couple days, but we really can't complain. I'm still in like no clothing. So we are entering Walnut Grove here. Just down that way is where we got pizza last night. Today we are headed down this side of the river, going towards Sacramento River, so we can head on home, making one big loop. Although we passed all sorts of boats, both underway and docked behind houses, we were definitely one of the bigger sailboats we saw adventuring up these narrow waterways.
They said that this was a Prohibition era building, and there's actually still tunnels that they would smuggle booze from the river to land.
Oh wow, that's crazy. A little piece of history for ya. Don't know I had to get so Scottish there.
Going down river, back to salt water.
Bridge number we're at, like maybe 7, 8, 12, who knows. Lots of them at this point. Ileton Bridge. Done. We had one more bridge to hail before we could arrive at our anchorage for the night, Decker Island.
Rio Vista Bridge, Rio Vista Bridge, Rio Vista Bridge. This is sailing vessel Gemini, over. Good afternoon. We're heading southbound with a 60-foot off-the-water clearance. We're requesting opening, please.
Copy that. We'll get an opening underway.
Thank you very much. We anchored at Decker Island with a bow and stern hook perpendicular to the river, with our bow heading into the wind. Once we had settled in, we hopped in the water to cool off before heading on a mini fishing adventure. How do you like Decker Island so far?
Nice and breezy, which keeps the bugs and the temperature down.
Yeah. Pretty steep drop off at each side.
And current.
And now we're gonna see if we catch anything cool over here by these little grassy reeds. We struck out in the fishing department and headed back to the boat just as the wind was picking up. Good morning from Decker Island on the Sacramento River. We woke up early this morning, around 4:30. The cat was meowing and meowing and meowing, and then all of a sudden we heard our anchorage start to drag. It started to sound like a helicopter was like hovering right above us. It was like a... and it was actually our anchor dragging. We were right over by that tree, and we drug last night and ended up dropping our stern hook with a fender, so we didn't have the stern hook messing up our swinging, and our bigger anchor seemed to have set, so we are now up already, so we might as well leave early. It's supposed to be just windy right on the nose until we get to Benicia, and most likely until we get home. So it's gonna be a little bit of a slog. Hopefully Kitty's okay with all this wind, because this is the first upwind passage she'll have, so we'll see how that goes. Kitty is just going crazy today. She's gonna fall right through that hatch. We had tied a fender to our stern anchor and detached it from the boat when we were dragging, so Jack took the dinghy to retrieve it before heading on our way.
Good job, baby.
The second we turned the corner of Decker Island, we knew we were in for a bumpy ride. You know it's windy when the only other traffic are windsurfers tacking back and forth across the channel. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're crazy too, but...
But we're a lot more protected.
Yeah. It is a blustery morning heading back home from Decker Island. As you can see, it's really nasty outside. This is Fathom's first kind of heavier weather experience, and take a look. Do you think it's the engine?
Yeah, I think once the engine's on, she just falls asleep with a sound or a vibration or something.
It's supposed to be blowing all day, so it's kind of just like you have to sit through it and just buckle down, batten the hatches, and hang out. Good thing we've got this huge Dodger to protect us, and Jack over here doesn't look too unhappy, right? Could always be worse. With the wind forecasted to continue increasing throughout the day, we decided to tuck into Vallejo Marina for the night and make the rest of the trip the following morning once the winds calmed down. Well, it's back to cold weather sailing here in San Francisco Bay. We left Vallejo super early this morning, around 4 a.m. It was a little bumpy for a little bit at the beginning, but now it seems to have flattened out, so we're hoping to have a pretty smooth ride home. I'd say overall, a pretty awesome trip.
I agree. Didn't run aground.
Didn't run aground in the Delta. Woo! We're almost back to our marina, about to enter the marina channel. It's been an awesome trip. Feels really great to be back, but also kind of sad because it's really cold here in the bay. But really can't complain about how awesome our trip was, and pretty drama-free. Just so happens, as we entered the marina, our friends were heading out. They were just beginning their Delta adventures as we were finishing ours. Join us next time when sparks start to fly as we dive into repairing our leaky diesel fuel tanks. We stock up on tons of fiberglass, gallons upon gallons of resin, and turn our home into a full-on construction zone as we tackle the biggest project yet.